Hey there, Dan Laws here with James Barnett. Welcome to our presentation of Spokerman. In a branching narrative, two siblings, Lanky and Georgina, face a very real and gruesome death as they battle fierce e-scallions in the virtual reality of Spokerman. Aided by the fight master Spokoart, they must confront the evil dragon Zekrom in a great quest to save the world. The target demographic focuses mainly on the lucrative 8 to 12-year-old male players. The completed game world would have an appeal to female players in the same or younger age bracket.
We decided to marry up some near-future technology and impose a hero's journey on the two siblings, Lanky and Georgina. They would be given VR goggles for their birthday, which they would use and become trapped in an alternate reality, if only that it is superimposed over their own reality. Through some decision-making, they would either die horrible, gruesome deaths or escape and further the narrative. The goal of the game for them is to fight feral spokescallions with their own team of warriors. After some time, we realised that the boots that we were making for the story were too large for the word count, so we decided to focus on just designing the first level of our game as the scope blew out.
The narrative of Spokerman follows the hero's journey as defined by Volga and Snyder. That is, it has 3 acts with turning points, a midpoint and a climax. Lanky is 13, bored and unmotivated. His flaw or wound is that he desperately craves the affection of him. His character arc is to overcome his fear of failure and fear. Lanky's twin sister, Georgina, or George as she calls herself, is as short and stocky as her sibling is tall and thin. She is confident in herself, but her flaw is an innate desire to be like her twin, tall, worldly wise, and a boy. Spokeart is a fight master, Spokescallion, and is the leader of the rebellion. Through a relationship with the siblings, Spokeart discovers a new enthusiasm for the war on the evil Zekrom.
The game world was probably the hardest section that I had to complete as we were focusing on having a text-based game. One of the main things I drew inspiration from were creature movies like Gremlins and Critters. The VR goggles superimpose the game world over their own world, where they get stuck. The world grows a little darker in this time and the feral spokescallions morph into horrible pus-filled creatures called e-scallions. Spokerman is a wacky tale of two siblings on a path of self-discovery. Some of the goals for the player experience are to project engaging narrative arcs that invest the player in the outcome of the heroes. Through the use of the multifaceted option system in the game, the player should experience multiple emotions when they make right or wrong decisions. Decision making is a key aspect of the player experience, and part of this is letting the player make decisions that seem irrelevant at the time, but affect the story later, giving depth to the story. By giving dead ends within the levels of the game, the player is forced to start the level again if wrong decisions are made. It adds weight to the decisions that are being made. This adds a sense of apprehensiveness and anxiety when making these decisions.
In level 1, Lanky learns the lesson that he is going to have to rely on someone to get through this game. In this case, Spokeart. In level 2, after some resentment time, he discovers that it is George that he will have to rely on. Level 3 is about all the sacrifices and the depths that must be plumbed to succeed in the quest, while level 4 is concerned with reaping the rewards and celebrating success.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. I hope you enjoy level 1. See you later.